than the average number of participants are already there. So we will start. Yeah. So this is about Microsoft Dynamics. Okay. So this is a basically ERP, enterprise resource planning offering. So it has different modules, many modules. We will have a look at some of them. Yeah. Although I don't know how much this comparison will be acceptable to everyone. It is somewhat like SAP. So like SAP has different modules for sales, marketing, inventory management. So Microsoft Dynamics has also all these modules. Okay. So basically we will try to, it is to be implemented at an enterprise, that is at a company. So then all the data generated by the company will be integrated. So I will not be teaching anything here. So we will be sort of taking a walk in the garden. So the garden is developed by Microsoft. Yeah, because when a company like that develops a product, it ensures that it is very easy for everybody to use. Microsoft has different style of working, so it will include licensing at every stage and for every product. So yes, you require a license to use Microsoft Dynamics, but there is sort of silver lining in the cloud in the form of a trial version. So I'll share the link to a trial version. Yeah. Yes. So to get this trial version, you actually will have to do some trial and error. You'll have to enter your email ID. Sometimes it asks for a personal email ID. Sometimes work email ID works. So do that a little bit of trial and error. In fact, you can go for trial of any of the modules. Yeah. We will look at sales. Yeah, you can do this for any of the modules and get more and more familiar with this software, Microsoft Dynamics. Yes. So basically, as I said, there is a lot of material explaining, helping anybody who is interested in Microsoft Dynamics, enabling them to use the software. So we will have a look at few of the learning modules, so to say. Yeah. So I will click on customer service, sales. Yeah, there's sales. Okay. So this is how the initial screen looks. So before having a look at it, let us have some background of what Microsoft Dynamics, what is the thought behind developing such a product. So that also is very nicely put by Microsoft itself. So this is the link you can, I'm just sharing so that for those who are interested can go through it later and not randomly keep searching the internet. Yeah. So I'm trying to provide some direction, and yes, of course, there are many ways to learn. Yeah. So I will show a lot of videos. Yeah. So this walk in the park will be full of videos. You can imagine them as different fountains in the garden. So this is the first fountain, which will introduce you to Microsoft Dynamics. Let me know if the sound and video is audible to you.
Welcome to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Fundamentals. This is introducing Dynamics 365.
Hope the sound in the video is audible. Check.
Applications. Dynamics 365 revolutionizes CRM and
Okay.
ERP by applying intelligence to all forms of data. This enables organizations to evolve from reactive business decisions to proactive insights that empower your employees to accelerate business results. With finance and operations apps like Dynamics 365 Finance, Dynamics 365 Commerce, or Dynamics 365 Human Resources, and customer engagement apps for sales, customer service, field service, and marketing. Dynamics 365 is the world's connected business cloud designed to help you better understand your business and act strategically to be successful. Additionally, with Business Central, where small and medium-sized organizations can run their entire business through an ERP solution for supply chain management, Dynamics 365 delivers applications you can trust on the Microsoft Cloud. With this in mind, our learning objectives are to discover those Dynamics 365 applications. We'll recognize the business value in the Dynamics 365 applications and how they support your journey on digital transformation. And we will understand the role of artificial intelligence and mixed reality in Dynamics. Digital disruption is forcing every company and industry to reimagine themselves. A huge part of this transition is about reinventing how businesses engage with their customers, their business processes, and how they take advantage of data and intelligence. Take, for example, the retail industry. It is a great example of an industry reinventing itself with new customer experiences integrated across marketing, online sales, in-store sales, and merchandising. The way that customers engage now evolves all of the time. You need a customer experience that not only meets their needs today, but can evolve and grow also. Financial services is seen the interbanker's hours as consumers demand access to their funds 24/7 from any location and from any device. The world we live in today is fast and ever evolving. Business requirements are driven by highly informed customers that have access to pervasive information. Not only customers have more access to data, but organizations can learn more about their customers in real time. Products and services are now designed to be directly connected with customers, like a smartwatch and a connected car, creating an always-on connection that gives us real-time insights. And it's not just about how much data, it's about being able to reason over the data, which gives organizations the ability to garner insight and take intelligent actions. This is why data has become the new currency for organizations. Now let's dive in and see and learn more about the Dynamics 365 applications.
Yes. All right. So that was a very brief introduction. Basically, gives you an overview of what all aspects are considered before developing this product.
Battery low.
Okay, just yeah. Yes. So before going further, I wanted to talk about something very important. So in an attempt to further provide a direction to all of us, let us think about how you can use Microsoft Dynamics in, say, the process of admissions. Yeah, how you can simplify things. Basically, you should be able to simplify things. Otherwise, knowledge, applied knowledge, may not be very beneficial. Yeah. So how you can simplify the process of admissions for your respective institutes, your respective departments. Yeah. So that is one aspect. While learning about it, not only during this 1 hour, 2 hour session, but going further also, whenever you are exploring Microsoft Dynamics, try to think how you can simplify the process of admissions, because that has many similarities with customer relationship management or even sales. How all data can be traced. Yeah, you talk to a student, you can grade that experience. Yeah, in Microsoft Dynamics, you can do that. You can give a grade to that experience so that people know it's not only hot lead or cold lead, but you can have different gradations of your interaction so that anybody taking it further will be will be aware of what has happened before. That's the beauty of it. That's the utility of such a very elaborate tool like Microsoft Dynamics. And the other aspect is, maybe that is even more important with respect to improving quality of interactions with students, or quality of teaching even. So you can try to imagine how you can use Microsoft Dynamics in mentoring. Yeah. So it's not that one student is interacting with only you and that's the end of his day, his or her day. He is interacting with many faculty members, how faculty members are able to perceive, how faculty members are able to learn about that student's difficulties, that student's skills, that student's positive and negative aspects with which he or she is struggling with. So all that data is never captured. Actually, it is deliberately avoided rather than sharing in a professional way. Of course, you should not go about telling about students' negative aspects very openly. It can hurt, but it can be done in a rather professional way where all the faculty members, all the teachers together can help such a student, maybe from different angles. Yeah. So how you can use Microsoft Dynamics to provide mentoring, to take care of mentoring of students. How you can say again simplify the process of mentoring. So while we go further deeper into Microsoft Dynamics, especially the sales module, uh, keep these two directions in your mind, in all of our minds. Yeah, how you can use it for admissions process, simplifying admission process, and how you can use for simplifying the mentoring process and quality of interaction with your students. So this was the introductory video and a little bit of direction, so to say. Now, see how the person responsible for building this product, how passionately he talks about uh, what was the target. Yeah, so you would have heard about many talks, not many talks, but Simon Sinek's talk, start with why. Yeah, so in a way, this very small talk, again of 2-3 minutes, is an example of that. Yeah, start with why. How you can start with why. How they had started with why. So these are two videos. Yeah, two videos. So we'll have a look at them one by one. It will not exactly tell you how to use Microsoft Dynamics, but why this product was developed. Yeah. So let us again have a look at this.
The applications that we've been using in business for decades and decades, I'm going to argue they're no different. Like, they haven't really changed fundamentally. Just a picture of a TWA call center, forms over data, same app, literally. And so nothing has really fundamentally changed in these applications. And if the business applications are what sort of embody your business processes, if they haven't changed, then your business processes have been fundamentally unchanged as well. Very reactive. You think about perhaps your manufacturing, that milling machine fails. Now you've got a crisis. Someone picks up the phone, they call a service center, so now an application opens, now data starts getting created, and eventually you can react and roll someone to go, bring the production line back up. Super reactive. But that's all we could do. There really wasn't another way. But there's something that's fundamentally changing, and this underlies everything that we've done at Microsoft, everything across every product and service. And that fundamental change is that data is starting to come out of everything, and it's coming first. It's coming out of every camera, it's coming out of every retail environment, it's coming out of every factory, it's coming out of products and services. All of this data is flowing, not because someone opened an app and typed something into a form, but because things are increasingly instrumented, telemetry, all of this information is flowing, and that ultimately allows businesses to transform from reactive to proactive. So you think about this, the case that we just talked about. Now you've got that milling machine in the factory sending a continuous stream of information about how it's being used, the health of the device or the milling machine. That lands in an anomaly detection model in Azure, can predict that there's an impending failure. Now someone can go to a maintenance call before the thing goes down and keep the customer happy. It really flips entirely the business process. It takes it from you have to wait until something goes wrong to predicting what's going to happen and getting in front of it. Completely different. And for the first time, applications are becoming this data first driven, data intelligence action.
Yeah. So we saw how the business processes are changing in the sense now data need not have a queue to be captured. Yeah, it's not that something happens then the firm starts to capture data. Data is now being captured continuously. Yes. So that's the beginning point of such a product as Microsoft Dynamics. Now the next video, I believe, yeah, is about digital transformation. We talk about business transformation. Here it is argued that how companies are transforming their business. It is through digital transformation. In a way, digital transformation is now business transformation. So let us have a look at it. Let us have a look at this angle. Then we will look into the sales module. We will try to learn about sales module again through the material already provided by Microsoft for its users. So let us try to understand what is digital transformation and what role it has in this process.
For the first time, applications are becoming this data first driven, data intelligence action. And this is happening across the entirety of the business, digital feedback loop. Customers, products, people, operations, or assets, all of these four corners of your business are sending data continuously. Every time someone updates their LinkedIn profile, visits your website, that piece of equipment in the factory on the product side, all of this streaming information that if you can harness it, harmonize it, and reason over it, you can really understand what's happening with your products and with your customers. You can then take that understanding, for example, in your customers. That 360-degree view of the customer can drive intelligent engagement, which of course creates even more data, which flows back into this loop, and it's happening across the entirety of the business. So this sort of frame, this was our thesis when we set out to build everything that we built. And so if you lay this down on its side, let me just put the pieces back together now. So first thing we did was lay down a planet scale footprint of data center capacity that today, we enjoy more regions in AWS and GCP and Google combined. Massive scale, exabyte class data storage to capture all of this information flowing from everything. On top of that, the Azure Intelligence Platform and Application Platform allows you to take that data, turn it into insight, predictions, and then to act. On top of that, we built the Power Platform, which allows not just professional developers, but citizen developers or anyone who wants a low-code, no-code, high productivity platform to build applications to do that. On top of that, Office 365 and Dynamics 365, which is the industry's only comprehensive sort of left to right business application family. Unstructured business processes with Office, communicate, collaborate, create, with Dynamics across marketing, sales, service, operations, finance, talent, and commerce. It's a holistic across the business and integrated. These are sister services that were built to work together. And then finally, on top of that, AppSource, which is our ISV marketplace where we've got tens of thousands of applications now from ISVs that are built on top of this. Now, the important part here is that this is a unified family of solutions. to right business application family. Unstructured business processes with Office, communicate, collaborate, create with dynamics across marketing, sales, service, operations, finance, talent, and commerce. It's a holistic across the business and integrated. These are sister services that were built to work together. And then finally, on top of that, outsource, which is our ISP marketplace, where we've got tens of thousands of applications now from ISPs that have built on top of this. Now,
Yeah. So through this, you understood how they had moved from data to finally Dynamics 365, and even beyond, where app sources is a place where many of such applications are integrated. Yeah. So one more important point is Microsoft Dynamics interacts extensively with MS Office packages, yeah, like Outlook, Word, and other such packages, which we are more familiar with because they come pre-installed with our computer mostly, and of course they have a lot of utility. Yeah. So Microsoft Dynamics, when we have a look at the sales module, it will be more apparent. Yeah. So till now, it was an overview of Microsoft Dynamics as a whole, the purpose of building such a product, and the targets. Yeah. Then yeah, the thinking behind it. Now let us dive a little deeper into the sales module. Okay. Before that, it will be good, although we won't be doing much, it will be good if you can log into this trial version. Yeah, I hope you at least tried once to build your account, a trial account. So it feels good to at least move around few things at least. The beauty is, the plus point is, this trial version comes with some preloaded data. So it's not that if you do not have any data, if you're not working in a company which has implemented Microsoft Dynamics already, you won't be able to do anything. This trial version comes with some preloaded data, so we can play around a little with that, and it gives more motivation to learn. You will have again an extended version of this tool also, this advanced software of Microsoft Dynamics, like the other advanced softwares, Power BI and other things which were introduced in this introductory modules, set of introductory modules. You will have around 30 hours of training for those who are interested, where you will go deeper and you will actually explore further with the actual software. Okay, so I don't know, shall we have a minute for everybody to have this trial version? The link is shared in chat. Okay, I think one person joined now, so I'll again reshare it. Yeah, so this is the link to trial version. Through your Gmail account or your work account, you can try to create a free trial account, and we are focusing on the sales module. This is the sales module, which you can see right now on the screen as the sales module. These are all the dashboards. They look more colorful, at least, inspiring us to learn more about these. Yeah. Okay, now let us go further. So here you can see in the bottom right corner, there is something called as take a tour. We will come back to this. These also has many interesting videos. Yeah, we will come back to this. But for the time being, let us have a look at, a different set of learning material. So here, this is again provided by Microsoft. I can share the link again if you want. Yeah. So this gives an overview of the sales module. Almost everything you need to know about the module. Like in summer when we were kids, when you might be kids, so you get a game, you do not know how to play a game, then you figure out sitting with your sitting with your friends. That's what we are doing now. We are trying to read the instruction manual, so to say, of Microsoft Dynamics, and we are trying to find out how to play this game. There's much more useful game, so to say. All games are useful, in fact, in childhood. So we will have a look at this, learn the basics. First, we will have a look at overview. Yeah, overview. This is overview of the sales function. Then we will see learn the basics, all these points. And then in seller guide, we will see dashboards and reports. These are the only three things we are going to do. Okay. So let us start with overview, which is this video, again, a video. Yeah. So we are going ahead with the sales module.
In stormy conditions, driving is fraught with dangers. Getting to your destination safely takes more than just diligent driving. Similarly, traditional selling in today's unpredictable environment leaves your sellers exposed to the elements. Rapidly changing buyer preferences, sudden changes in business outlook, and fast-moving competitors. Introducing Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales, an adaptive selling solution that helps your sales team navigate the realities of modern selling. At the center of the solution is an adaptive intelligence system, pre-built and ready to go, that actively monitors myriad signals and distills them into actionable insights that help your entire sales team be more customer-centric in day-to-day interaction. By orchestrating the customer journey across digital and human touchpoints, as well as strategic decision-making.
Artificial intelligence and machine learning will transform a day in the life of a sales professional. As I look at where we are today, Microsoft Dynamics 365, it is really helping us to move into the qualitative side of business, helping us to understand the dynamics and the depth of a relationship.
The insights are part of everyday workflows, enhancing buying experiences across self-service, remote, and in-person sales, freeing up sellers to forge relationships with new customers and stay connected to existing customers.
Working with Microsoft gives us the data and digital tools to have better relationships with our customers, allowing all our teams to work faster and smarter together, and more importantly, gives us the ability to have an even bigger impact on what matters most, protecting people and vital resources.
With intelligence at the core, organizations can activate digital selling, strengthen relationships, and automate tasks and processes across industries, from financial and professional services to manufacturing, to show tangible results, namely shorter sales cycles, increased revenue and productivity, and reduced costs.
If you boil energy down to its simplest form, we're selling electrons. Ours aren't different from anyone else's. It's more about how do we engage with customers, how do we make our services and our relationship with the customer more than the commodity. That's the heart of our business.
An adaptive selling solution is indispensable during times of disruptive change, enabling your sales teams to collaborate with customers to chart a new path forward.
So beautiful video, right? Beautifully made video. So that was the overview of the sales module. Again, it talks about more about the purpose angle first. Now let us go about learning the basics. Then we will come back to the actual trial version. After having a look at learning the basics, we will take it to, we will explore this take it to option. Yeah. As of now, let us learn the basics. Yeah. So there are different kinds of licenses. So these are sales funnel you might be familiar with. Yeah. So the leads you get, finally, what materializes is a small part of it. So it goes through different steps. This is called a funnel, sales funnel. So you can build that in Microsoft Dynamics. Okay. Then you have business process flow, which you can uh, model. Yeah, each stage, how much time it will take, and what do you think, how much time it will take, and how much time it is actually taking. Those things you can track. Then you can share your progress with all your comments more easily than maintaining an Excel. Yeah, when you're taking care of the sales function. So if you want to have a brief look at the process, sales process. Yeah, first you create a code, then activate and send the code to a customer, create invoice, close the opportunity, then invoice gets paid by the customer, then you have a paid invoice. So every interaction you have with a lead or with a potential customer, you can capture, because you'll be using any of these apps, Outlook or any of these apps to interact with your customers. So all those will be captured at one point. Nothing much to see here. Okay, this might be interesting. How to create a lead. At least some hands-on thing we should be able to do today. Yes. How to create or edit a lead. Yeah. So you, in the sitemap, you select leads, then you create new. Let us see what happens. So this is the sitemap. You have leads here, and all these leads are dummy leads. Actually, it's a trial version, but you can create a new lead. If you click on new, this is what opens. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So you can create a lead just by scanning the person's business card. Okay, so it will populate all these fields, or you can type in manually. Say topic is uh, MBA admissions in summer term or summer session. Yeah. Budget amount, you can put something. Yeah. So this quarter we are. Yeah. So lead source. You can select all these things. Okay. So this quarter. Yeah. Lead source. Say advertisement, or yeah, you can select something else also. So the first name, you can enter the student's name, say uh, Suvarna. Yeah, I can see there is no Suvarna here, so nobody will feel any anything odd. Yeah, Suvarna Thapre. I have not heard about this surname before. I just made it up. So yeah, so you can create a lead like this. Whatever has red star mark, you have to enter that. Others you can skip also. So email, definitely you should enter. Yeah, mobile phone you would like to enter, and save and close. Yeah, so Suvarna Thapre is now a new lead. So whatever interaction you have with this potential student, you will be capturing here. You can add notes, you can do many things. You can also have a lead score. Yeah, so it's not just hot and cold lead, as I mentioned earlier. So you can have a lead score. So the other person going through it will be able to see whether it's A grade, B grade, or uh, 10 out of 9, 9 out of 10, or 8 out of 10 grade lead. And depending on that, you can proceed further. Others can take your task further. Okay. So yeah, competitors, you can actually enter if the student is evaluating other universities also, you can enter competitors data here. So all these things, this is about creating a simple lead. Okay. So you can import data, export data to Excel. These are functions. Of course, when you have a lot of data, you can do these things. Export data to Excel, everything if you want to provide a report to somebody or a summary report to somebody, you can export all these interaction data in the form of Excel file. Okay, so assign and share data, you can assign your colleague or a lead to the team. Yeah. So uh, everybody will be able to work together for a lead, for a set of leads. Yeah. And there are different classes of leads, as you can see. So most of the processes in sales can be automated this way, and the whole team can have a overview of what is going on. Yeah. So usually sales people do not know what marketing people are doing. Marketing people do not know what sales people, whether the sales people were able to approach the leads given by marketing, and all such things. So are hidden. Usually they are hidden, but with the use of such a ERP as Microsoft Dynamics, those things are shared in a professional way with the entire team. Okay, so yes, all these functions which are there, you can of course check out the steps how to do these. Many of these steps you will be doing while undergoing a 30 hours course. Let us see the last point in learning the basics. So what are the views? Okay. Yeah, so this looks like the figure there. So you can have a look at the leads, whether they are warm or lukewarm, or what is the grade and such things. And all the leads you can import from Excel, you can export to Excel. Okay. Yeah, so this basically talks about how you can customize the way it looks. Now learn the basics we had a brief look at. Now come back to something which is more interesting, that is taking it to. It is more interesting because it has more videos. Yeah. So learn the basics. Yeah. So if you click on learn the basics, it will take you to the steps. Okay. Reach out to leads. So a lead creation we saw. Now how to reach out to leads. Let us have a look at one of the videos.
Accelerator available with this Sales Accelerator available with Dynamics 365 Sales Premium helps you focus on the customer engagements that need your attention and speed up your sales processes. It helps you streamline the sales process and follow best practices. The intelligent work list displays your activities in a prioritized manner. You can easily sort, apply filters, and search to find relevant leads to contact. The Sales Accelerator Workspace provides you with all the information you need in a single place to have a meaningful and successful interaction. Predictive scores help you to focus on leads that have higher chances of conversion. You can have a look at the details to understand why this.
See the grade, how detailed it is. Yeah.
It's prioritized high. With the Up Next widget and timeline, you can view past and present activities, get recommendations on how to engage your customers, and perform actions on a record. The next activity can be straight from a sequence predefined by the manager or manually added.
So you're also getting recommendations. If this is the grade of this lead, what you should be doing. From where these recommendations are captured, this is organizational knowledge. Yes, somebody who had worked with these kinds of grades, these kinds of settings, so they have captured their knowledge, shared that knowledge in the system. Now you can take benefit from that. Does it happen in usual working? Are you able to Are you able to access what people who had faced similar problems as you are facing now in your organization, smaller or bigger problems? Do you have access to what people did in that situation earlier? So that is about knowledge management. Yeah, of course, in some form, AI is also used in recommending these options. Yeah.
Added by the seller. You can review and edit the suggested template and send the email right from the workspace. Easily make your sales calls from within Dynamics 365. With Teams calling and conversation intelligence, you can boost your productivity by gaining access to real-time insights and a comprehensive phone call summary, including action items, suggestions, and highlights to help you make the most out of each call with your customers. With sequences, your sales manager can ensure the adherence of best practices and guide the sales team towards the next step they need to take. Sequences can be easily created with a few clicks based on the organization's best practices and save the seller's valuable time. New steps and branches can be added based on the outcome of the previous step. For example, a call can be made based on an email response. Emails can be attached with templates to provide a consistent experience with your customers. Managing your day-to-day work has never been so easy.
Okay, let me again remind you that it would be great if you can think of how to simplify some of the processes like your admissions process and specifically also your mentoring process in your organization or in your institute through Microsoft Dynamics. So the video you just saw will provide further direction. It would have provided further direction in doing so. Yeah. Now let us go further in our in our tour. So you reached out to leads, you shared what is going on with your entire team, how to get insights on the calls you're making or your sales team is making. Yeah, so this is a video about that again. As I already mentioned, we are going through a lot of videos here. Yeah, so the sequence is what I thought was will give a lot more insights.
Dynamics 365 Sales. With Dynamics 365 Sales, you can call customers directly from where you work. Advanced conversation intelligence capabilities make it easy to record, transcribe, and analyze sales calls and put powerful productivity tools and insights at your fingertips. With real-time transcription and automated action items, you can forget about forgetting and focus on your customer. Take notes without leaving the app, and they're automatically saved. It's that easy. When your call ends, your transcript is transformed into a rich call summary that highlights key conversation details, such as sentiment and conversation style, as well as mentions of products, competitors, and anything else that you decide is important.
I hope we all are able to appreciate these features. So you make a call to the customer, that call itself not only gets transcribed, yeah, you have the transcript, but also insights drawn from that transcribed call is available to you and to your team. Yeah. Right now, when you make a call as a part of sales team, do you know what your colleague how your colleague has interacted? What are the general trends he or she is receiving from customers right now? Usually, we are not aware of that. But with using these such tools as Microsoft Dynamics, the sales module, all those insights will be available. Yeah.
Important to keep track of. Automated action items help you save time and keep track of your commitments. And the best part is that your call information is automatically synced to Dynamics 365 Sales, so you can spend less time entering data and more time selling. The next time you or another team member wants to reach out, everything you need to catch up and prep is right there. Supercharge your calls today with conversation intelligence in Dynamics 365 Sales.
So not only the process of contacting customers, the reporting part is simplified to a very large extent. Yeah. So as she said, you'll be able to focus on customers than entering data or preparing reports manually. Yeah. At the same time, all those reports are getting prepared by this system. That is the beauty of it. Yes. So shall we take our tour further? Okay. Yeah. So these are all videos. 2 more videos are there. I hope you're not getting overwhelmed with videos. Yeah. As Salman Khan of Khan Academy says, let's make education video based or some such logo he had mentioned, some such motto he had mentioned. Yeah, I'll have to check out. You can check on the internet. Yeah.
65 Sales enabled. Dynamics 365 Sales enables you to get a bird's eye view of the opportunities in your pipeline and manage your deals more easily and intuitively than ever. With many deals to juggle, it's important to quickly get an overview of your pipeline and figure out which deal to follow up with next. Get an overview of the key KPIs and stats to see where you stand and use the charts to get quick insights into where deals are and which are at risk. The funnel chart shows you have a good mix of deals in all stages. The deal tracker bubble chart allows you to quickly spot issues in deals closing soon. There is a deal scheduled to close tomorrow that has an opportunity score of 75. You can quickly check the activities and review any notes. There is a task to send a reminder today. You can quickly send the email and get on to the next task. For longer running deals, the grid helps to ensure your opportunities are current and forecast accurate. You find out that one of your opportunities for trade research would like to get the deal done by mid-July and update the estimated close date to July 16th. You can personalize this view to meet your needs. For instance, you can add and group by forecast category to review and easily update. You're feeling good about one of your pipeline deals closing next week, so you change the forecast category to committed. Additionally, there is a committed deal that needs my attention. The relationship health is improving and there is an upcoming meeting, but the opportunity is missing some important updates. You can update the missing data and advance the opportunity sales process, which will refresh the score to better reflect the deal health for this committed opportunity. With Dynamics 365 Sales, you can easily manage your opportunities by getting to the information you need quickly and taking action effortlessly.
Okay. So this short 2.5 minutes video showed how you can take decisions, with respect to the sales domain. So it was rather fast. So if you want, we can watch it again. Although you won't be directly able to implement in the trial version all these features, but at least your thinking will start. each of our thinking will start in that direction. Shall we watch it again? This video is getting recorded, so you can replay any number of times you want. So yeah, so let us move on. Yes, move on to our last video, most probably in the take a tour option. So forecasting is a part of planning, of course, planning for the future. So let us see how Microsoft Dynamics can help us in forecasting and planning better.
With Dynamics 365 Sales, you can easily create and manage bottom-up sales forecasts, allowing you to track your performance against sales targets. From the left sitemap, select Forecasting to see how you are tracking against your sales goals. The forecast and the underlying opportunity data are part of one fluid experience, allowing you to directly modify deal information and instantly see the impact. You can easily see in real time how you are tracking against your forecast. Drill downs allow you to gain additional clarity if you track performance at the customer or product level. Clicking on any roll-up metric, such as best case, will filter the underlying record grid to display the contributing deals. Clicking on your name will show all the deals contributing to your forecast. You can update your deals in the grid or switch to a visual Kanban that provides a much more intuitive and visual experience for managing the pipeline. A simple drag and drop ensures the right deals are in the correct forecast category. As you update your deals, you will see visual cues of the edits as well as benefits from automatic recalculation of forecast value.
So I hope you observed the mention of how Microsoft Dynamics also uses the concept of Kanban in tracking the leads, tracking how the leads are changing.
To ensure your forecast data is always as fresh as possible. When your sales manager views forecasts, they will see a roll-up view of the forecast data. Can use predictive forecasting included with Dynamics 365 Sales Premium to forecast with confidence, and can make and communicate aggregate level forecast adjustments. In addition to the sales manager view, there are some advanced forecasting capabilities that you will not immediately see in the trial, as they are the result of monitoring updates over time using snapshots. The trend chart provides a visualization of how each forecast amount is trending over time, comparing it against the period end prediction and quota. The flowchart provides a visual representation of how the forecast changes between two moments in time. Configuring forecasts requires additional privileges, typically held by a sales manager or sales ops manager. To create or modify a forecast, navigate to App Settings and select Forecast Configuration. Templates simplify the process of creating an org, product, or territory-based forecast. You can alter the column layout and even create custom roll-up and calculated columns. Use limits to filter out specific opportunities included in the forecast with the new Query Builder. Enable the ability to drill down to an account or product-based forecast. You can enable snapshots to freeze forecast data at a moment in time. Enable quotas in the forecast grid or upload quotas for entire forecast time periods using an Excel template. With Dynamics 365 Sales, you can accurately forecast your revenue to meet your sales goals.
Yeah. So of course you can forecast with Excel and other things also. But here the forecast and the all the data backing up the forecasts is accessible is before the entire team. Yeah. That makes a significant difference. It is not working in silos, but what is going on is apparent to everybody. Yes. So this is the forecast tab. Let us have a look what it contains, the dummy version, the trial version. Okay, I don't know what it is forecasting for, but it has captured my name and okay, it has done some forecasting. Yeah, underlying records. Okay, it has given not only reading the probability, estimated revenue, estimated close date, actual close and actual revenue. I can enter when those happen. Yeah. So these are all the actions. Actions I can. Okay. Okay, so you can change the type of opportunities as Kanban. Okay, I think now it is opening. Yeah. So this is one of the options, one of the leads. Yeah. So it is already populated with grade and everything. It is improving. It says improving. Like you talk to the customers over successive time periods and you capture that something is improving. Okay. Show as Kanban. Let us see what showing as Kanban does. So it has changed it into Kanban cards. Here you can see pipeline has 7 leads. Best case is of course 1. Committed. Yeah. 1 that is closing of leads. Some of the leads are closed, and this is the total revenue generated. So this is in the form of a Kanban card. Yeah, so now according to our plan, this take it tour is also done. Before that, learn the basics is done. Before that, overview is done. Now let us have a look at dashboards and reports, which is in seller guide. Yeah. If there is a video, will simplify things. What is meant by drill down? I hope you know. So you can keep going deeper. So suppose this is about a region, this is say different states. So you can click on this state and it will show the cities there. If you click on cities, it will show the regions in a particular city. So it is successively going at a deeper level of understanding. So that is called as drill down. Yeah. I hope one of the options has a good video which will summarize most of the things. So you can have different forms of dashboards and different filters. How to do that is explained here. So I think it is also possible that there are no videos in this module. In a way that will be good, because then yeah, okay, at least one video. There's a video. No, there's not a video. Let's see how Dynamics 365 integrates with other apps. At least that video is there. There are no more videos. Okay, let us have a look at this video itself.
Our new integration in model-driven Power Apps in Dynamics 365 is a very quick and easy way to visualize your data stored within Dataverse. With a single click, a set of visuals will be automatically generated for you to start exploring. To get started, you'll look at any of the grid views within your app and click the Visualize this view button in the app bar. This will start a process where we create a model on the fly based off of the data you are looking at within the grid. And then based off of that data, we'll generate a set of visuals for you and lay them out neatly on the page. This is the latest extension of our Quick Create experience that we've already shipped within the Power BI service and SharePoint Microsoft list. So this whole flow should feel very familiar to you if you've used either of those experiences before. Once the report is generated, you can start exploring like any normal Power BI report. Things like cross-highlighting to start digging in deeper into your data. You can also use the filter pane to filter individual visuals. And then of course, changing the report is easy as well. By checking and unchecking fields in the Your Data pane on the right, you'll be able to update what fields are being used to generate the report. You'll see here that the visual on the left was updated to show the discounts field that I selected in addition to the unit sold field that Power BI has selected automatically. And then on the right half of the page, the bottom right visual was updated to show discounts by country. And then once the report is generally showing the fields you're most interested in, you can use the personalize this visual option to make more refined edits to it. So you can do things like change the chart type to any of the available charts we have, change what fields are being used on, say, the axis, or also do things like change the aggregation type. So you can really start going in there and refining it down to exactly the type of insights you want to see. You can also quickly see the data that was used to generate this report by using the Show Data Table option. This will update the report to show the actual rows of data from Dataverse right at the bottom. And then you can also do things like cross-highlighting to filter the specific table as well, so that if you're interested in seeing the full rows of data from Dataverse, you can get down to the exact rows that you're interested in really easily here. Another great aspect of this report is that, as I mentioned earlier, it's based on the exact data you are looking at in the grid. So if I close this view and then filter this grid down, let's say to the product to Amarilla, and discount band low, you'll see here that I'm down to just 14 rows of data. And then I relaunch this quick creation experience. The new report that's being generated is being based off of just those 14 rows. As you can see here, all the rows of data that came in from Dataverse are just Amarilla and low discounted. Just a couple more things to note. First, currently the report that's generated within this app is really designed for personal exploration. So you can see all the features I showed, the cross-highlighting, the easy, quick modifications to it, all meant to make it really easy for you to explore your data. But for now, it is, like I said, just for personal exploration and therefore also temporary. So it can't currently be shared or saved anywhere, and it will eventually time out after a certain amount of time, currently around 1 hour. In future updates, we do plan to improve both the timeout duration and also add new functionality to support saving it within a Power BI workspace if you do want to retain it. The second thing to note is that this feature is currently a preview feature within Power Apps, so you will need to enable it through the Power Apps Maker portal for that button that I showed earlier to show within your grids. So make sure to try this integration out, as it's a really great way to take advantage of the full power of the Power platform and should make it a lot easier for you to explore your Dataverse data.
Okay. So when you want to visualize your data in Microsoft Dynamics, of course, Power BI integration is the best option. Both are developed by Microsoft, or at least maintained by Microsoft as of now. Yeah. So yeah, so a lot of things which you might have seen in Power BI session, you can do here. And imagine what sources of data this system can pull. Yeah. Readily available will be the data in sales, marketing, HR functions. So all the functions data will be captured almost real time. Not almost, actually real time data will be captured by Microsoft Dynamics. And as you probably had a feeling that it is more intuitive. Yeah, so it is not waiting for you to select the fields and other things. It created a dashboard based on what it thought would be required, what the system thought would be required. Of course, you can change the different options. That option is also there. Okay. So we are coming to an end of this introduction or this video tour. Yeah, so this is again an extension of visualization. You would see KPI charts. Yesterday we saw. Yeah. Okay, so all these things you would be able to do, and this was only an overview of the sales module. Yeah, you can of course have a look at other modules. Okay, I think that will take a lot of time. So you can also have a look at the other modules. Yeah, so sales we saw. You can explore marketing, you can explore services, finance, commerce, supply chain. So yeah, so that was a brief overview. I explored with all of you, all of us explored this fantastic software together, got some idea of what it does, what it can do. So yeah, so again, it will be too repetitive to remind you of that direction, how to simplify the processes. So yeah, you can try to do that. You can have discussions with your colleagues then you can again after the extended version of training, you can try it together. Maybe by that time you will be able to find out some other processes, identify some other processes which you would like to simplify and which can be done in a more robust way with Microsoft Dynamics. Can go ahead with that. People within our department, we can sit together and plan out how to do things with these tool. Yes, so it is not basically all the data. It is not basically the numbers and data. It is insights generated by data, reasons behind that data. So Microsoft Dynamics, tools like Microsoft Dynamics and even Power BI help us in doing that, in gaining those insights. So this was all in this session. So if I probably wouldn't invite questions because we were exploring this. But if there are any points, anything anybody would like to share, any insights, in a way, you're welcome. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, then we will close the session. Yeah. I'm taking a picture of the names as customary for us to do. Yes, so I'll share that with the organizers, my colleagues, and if you want, you will also get a copy. Yeah. Okay, so I think there are no further questions. We can disperse. You can have your afternoon tea if you have not had it already. I don't take tea, of course, but yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope it was a good walkthrough. It was a so like heritage walks are there for cities. Pune also conducts in Pune also there are many heritage walks. It was a walk of latest technologies, except for the word heritage. Many things might be similar. Okay, I think I'm not the host, so yeah. So you can continue, you can discuss. I'll stop the recording.